God, notifications of the wazoo. Okay, just waiting for stuff. Alright, pop out the chat. I should do this stuff prior, but whatever. Okay. Going to Audacity. Okay. That one. Okay. Alright. Now, where was I? Hey, Devil Dog. Hopefully everything's coming through okay. Again, no desktop I/O because it's not YouTube friendly. So, we're just going to be editing out mistakes. I didn't get this fully because I kept fucking screwing up. Like, I don't know, my friend in my head decided to just say hello. So, yeah, I didn't get fully done, but I was at like an hour and like 10 minutes or something like that of full blown recording. So, yeah, I'm not going to fill with anything like the EQ or anything like that. No noise gate, no nothing like that. I'm not going to do any of the FL stuff because I want to get the EQs correct. So I will probably finish recording this another time, but I've got it labeled in Google Documents, so we'll be all right. You'll probably hear it seep out of my headphones, but that's nothing I can't control.
She had attempted to stop it before it progressed, but Star was Star, so her attitude was due to piss someone off sooner than later.
Oh, plosives.
Rose was the one who had taken offense to an insult aimed at the newest to the business, the timid and shy succubus named Ashley. She was more like Rena, uneased by her role as a succubus and questioning her existence.
Okay.
There was no telling why she had. There was no telling what.
So your guys' job is just to basically talk to me and keep me company. This is actually a different one. Devil Dog, it's not the same one. That one's already been sent out for distribution. This is another one that's part of that series, though. This is a different, this is, well, let's see, what ones have I edited here? Have I edited all of them? Breaking the Rules? I don't think I did Essence. But the series consists of succubi in a place called Hell's Pub. And each of them are different. Hang on, I gotta think. Rose is the alpha, which means that she's basically the leader of the pack. She has the ability to basically tell if someone's lying. It was kind of like the first story of the series. Second one consists of mainly introducing all the characters. So there's Star, who has the talent, like the ability to actually mesmerize mortals with her gaze alone. Ashley, who is the shy and contempt one, but she's in the story she kind of figures out that she's a little more ravenous in nature, so she's a little bit more of the exotic type. Who am I missing? Rena. Rena is this one. And Rena's an anti-hero, kind of. Hello, Caleb, by the way.
There was no telling what had ended a soul like Ashley's up in Hell's Pub, but Rena knew who to ask.
Foreshadowing myself. How the hell am I gonna write a story for that? Like, how does a soul like that end up in Hell's Pub? I'm gonna have something to do with her, ravenous behavior. Hello, Super Spike.
There was no telling what had ended a soul like Ashley's up in.
So what I'm doing now is I'm basically just getting the mistakes out. I'm not gonna play with the EQ or anything like that. I'm just gonna be getting that stuff out because I haven't finished this yet. Once I finish it, then I will, make the raw audio sound nice and good. But I'm just taking out the mistakes for now.
There was no telling what had ended a soul like Ashley's up knew who to ask if she wished to know.
Okay.
The scuffle had turned into a brawl, Rena nearly bursting into laughter upon Star being smacked to the floor by Rose.
Nobody likes Star.
The initial natural reaction to Star getting a good slap to the face had impacted Ashley too. Rena's glance meeting Ashley's demeanor of struggling to keep her belt of laughter from escaping. Rena merely smiled, taking a drag and then smothering out the cigarette in the closest ashtray.
Okay.
She was happy that Ashley was at least smart enough to.
Yeah.
She was happy that Ashley was at least smart enough. She was happy that Ashley
Oh, okay.
was the closest ashtray.
So no,
She was happy that Ashley
so no desktop audio because of the fact that this is not YouTube friendly, and YouTube would rent my ass for this. If this was, somewhere like Pornhub, that'd be different.
closest ashtray. She was happy that Ashley was at least smart enough to not stir the situation any thicker.
That's what you said.
Upon a remark by Rose that seemed to strike fear into Star, the snobby demon found her way back to her feet, 3 scuffs visible on her right cheek.
Yeah, Star is the snobby, uptight. Well, not uptight. I wouldn't say uptight. She's the snobby, and intentionally pisses you off kind of one. She's the demon that likes to give you shit and gets a laugh out of it. Hello, Judd.
Strike fear into Star. The snobby demon found her way back to her feet, 3 scuffs visible on her right cheek. But Rena knew that they'd heal very shortly, so she just held her smile.
This is kind of a side story to the last one, which was Breaking the Rules, which dealt with Star's kind of, character development, I guess. Like explaining her character and what she's like. She doesn't like to play by the rules, basically.
Held her smile. The clock on the far side of the room rang out an alarm, signaling it was time to go to work out in the city. Rena already had some spots in mind, and knew her other co-workers wouldn't even suspect them. Walrose was definitely the alpha of the pack.
Oh, this line, I remember this. Okay.
Walrose was definitely the alpha of the pack. Rena knew the city well, as much as were the worst scumbags and sluts. Walrose was definitely the alpha of their pack. Rena knew the city well, as much as were the worst.
No, okay, just cut it. That's okay. Alright.
Alpha of their pack. Rena knew the city well, as much as were the worst scumbags and sluts.
I think I can get this.
Alpha of their pack. Rena knew the city well, as much as were the worst scumbags and sluts occupied within the city and surrounding cities. One area she had in mind was one area
Oh my god. Yeah, I hate these kinds of lines. Whoops.
surrounding cities. One area she had in mind was a natural hotspot for drug dealers and prostitutes to linger around. It was an alleyway a few blocks away from where the pub resided. She licked her lips in anticipation as the alarm died down and she made her way to the exit of the pub.
Okay, let me see if I can't get that fixed.
And she
Yep, I can. I can get it. A little tricky, but I can get it. So I get the stumble.
died down and she made her way to the exit of the pub.
There we go. Okay. There's an interlude. Oh wow, I don't want to spread. I don't want to zoom out that far. Okay, go away.
She always was the last to leave because she didn't want any of the others even getting aware of what she She always was the last to leave because she didn't want any of the others even getting
I can always extend if I need to.
because she didn't want
Yeah, this one.
Because she,
Okay. And it's not that take. I know which take it is. I think it's this one. Because it looks like the successful take.
the door shut with,
Nope. Alright, so it's gotta be this one then.
and always make sure.
Really?
And always make sure to be self-aware.
Really? Fucking hell.
Because she didn't want
There we go.
the others even getting aware that she wasn't going to where she was assigned. And always made sure to be self-aware that none of them. And always made sure to be self-aware that.
Doesn't matter where I cut on these because the noise gate that I use in FL Studio is so much better. Like it cuts everything out.
Was assigned. And always made sure to be self-aware that none of them saw her leave. The door shut with a loud bang, and by the door shut with a loud bang, and by the time Rena had made her way out into the musty alleyway, the others had taken their leave. Perfect for her. Perfect for her. And as she took flight, the last ray of sunlight.
Yeah, how's everybody's evening going?
Perfect for her. And as she took flight, the last ray of sunlight disappeared beyond the horizon.
I've been meaning to get this done for a while because I've got basically Octavia's final stop all done. Like it's all fixed, ready to go. I've got the final audio ready for download when it comes out, or when it's done. And yeah. Well, it's quiet because I don't have the desktop IO on. It's not safe for work stuff.
In the
Okay.
in the night sky, she felt the chilly air in the night sky beyond the horizon. In the night sky, she felt the chilly air caress her rough skin, the lingerie allowing the breeze to meet areas of her body that normally would be closed off to the night air. She didn't mind it, and as she felt the breeze glide further across her exposed flesh, it caused a somewhat twitch or sensation to thrive her body.
Yeah, I already did this one.
Exposed flesh. It caused a somewhat twitch or sensation to thrive her body. Fitting, considering what she was about to do for the next several hours.
Okay.
She glided through the night.
Ugh, fucking enunciation, man. I hate it. If I have to say that anything that's been challenging to my narration, enunciation would be number one. Enunciation is hard.
Several hours. She glided through the night, eyeing the many streets and alleyways. They all seemed like giant.
Yes.
They all seemed like giant maws of some malevolent beast guiding any streets and alleyways. They all seemed like giant maws of some malevolent beast guiding any unsuspecting victim to an inescapable fate. That fact almost be
I was also recording at night, so yeah, I don't always do the best during the night. I do best during like the middle of the day. That's when I like to record. But noise is a factor.
inescapable fate. That fact became almost too true as she eyed an alley where a man dressed in casual clothing stood.
Okay.
Rena seized her movement in flight and just scouted the alleyway, watching to see what would happen.
Okay. And I have tried like audio editing, like cutting things out in FL Studio. Oh, it's a bugger. That's one thing I don't like about FL Studio is, cutting audio, because it's not designed for stuff like narration. Like if you want something like that, go with Adobe Audition. But Audacity works fine for cutting things out because I import it into whatchamacallit anyways for the final stuff.
Where a man dressed in casual clothing stood. Rina ceased her movement in flight and just scouted the alleyway, watching to see what would happen.
Let's bring that closer. Oh my god, that name. Hello, oh my god. Chronic Lil Skip, 27 fan? These names.
And dressed in casual clothing stood.
If you can't, it's all right if you can't hear anything because I've got the desktop audio muted because not safe for work stuff.
And dressed in casual clothing stood.
We're just basically
Rina seized her movement
we're just taking out the
and just
mistakes.
scouted the alleyway, watching to see what would happen.
Yep, much better. So we're basically doing everything outside of FL Studio right now. So, oops.
What would happen? She suspected the man would jump. No,
Okay. Oh, I remember this line. This one was a bitch. The enunciation, man, I hate it. Oh, there's a cuss. I can see that plain as day.
she suspected the man would jump at the first female passerby and lurk her into the shadows where she couldn't be seen or heard.
Yeah, long breath there. Okay, I don't know. There's a mistake right here or not.
Seen or heard. Many minutes passed, and the man just stood in the same position and posture.
We'll just keep it that.
Rina had
Yeah, we'll just keep it like that because I'm going to apply different effects to it anyways. But, whatever.
and the man just stood in the same position and posture. Rina hadn't grown impatient, but knew she needed to land shortly. Otherwise, there was a good chance she'd be spotted and chased down by one. Otherwise,
I didn't push delete twice, stupid thing.
Otherwise, there was a good chance she'd be spotted and chased by unwanted. Needed to land shortly. Otherwise, there was a good chance she'd be spotted and chased by unwanted attention. She wasn't worried about it, knowing she could easily fly faster than a helicopter and would probably be out of sight before the police could get a spotlight on her. She'd rather not have Bauman nagging her for being spotted, though. So she got and would probably
Oh. Whoopsie doopie. Is that important? No, it's not. Hello, Eddie Jimenez. I recognize your name. For those wondering when Octavius Final Stop Part 2 comes out, if you haven't seen the latest video, February 13th. I'm going to keep it to once a month so that I have some open room to work on stuff like this. Not pony stuff.
could get a spotlight on her. She'd rather not have Bauman nagging her for being spotted, though. So she glided down slowly into the very nagging her for being spotted, though. So she glided down slowly into the very back part of the alleyway and stealthily watched the man.
Okay, that's fine.
He moved ever so slightly, so it wasn't a car.
Yeah, didn't remember how to properly enunciate this line.
Stealthily watched the man. He moved ever so slightly, so it wasn't a cardboard cutout or something along those lines. Rina just kept her breath low. Movement mild, and gaze. Along those lines. Rina just kept her breath low, movement mild, and gaze dead on, sitting in wait for the suspected predator to pounce.
Oh, okay. I thought I misheard that.
Sitting in wait for the suspected predator to pounce. Time passed, and still nothing had occurred.
Okay, that's fine.
Rina decided to resort to her latter option while stalking her prey. She morphed into her human form and took slow and steady steps towards the man.
Okay, that's fine.
She could tell it was a man from the distinct smell.
Rina is a very funny one. Or a very funny, a very, very Special
Tell
one.
it was a man from the distinct smell.
Yeah, that's right.
She could tell it was a man from the distinct smell they carry, but strangely enough, it wasn't putrid in smell and was actually very mild.
Like, the smell she's talking about here is like, okay, imagine if you were an animal and you were attracted to a certain scent. That kind of thing. Because technically she is a creature. She's a succubus, which is a demonic female monster. I've done some research.
She could tell
Like, I know certain things about the creature that this focuses around, so. Long story short, you don't want to engage.
towards the man.
It only leads to a
Tell
grim
it was a
fate.
man from the distinct smell they carry, but strangely enough, it wasn't putrid in smell and was actually very mild.
Okay.
Her high heels clanking against the
Asphalt. Asphalt.
very mild. Her high heels clinking against the asphalt surface of the alley caught the man's attention, causing him to stir. Rena came into full light, her appearance being a female woman with long
Woman. My pronunciation of woman. It's so weird. Hi, Junior. I just want to say I've seen your MOP fanfic called Twilight's First and Hell Sorry Alcorn. It was a F dub. It's basically my theory on how Flurry Heart could have been born in Alicorn. Twilight's Verse was kind of a test reading because I wasn't sure if I really wanted to try Clop because Clop is kind of a it's one of those things that just is kind of edgy. Well, it's not edgy, but it's touchy. Like, some people judge you for it, some people kind of look at it as weird. Personally, I didn't like doing it. Like, I can do it with humans because I'm a human. So, human doing, whammy to another human isn't uncomfortable to me. But horse to horse, yeah.
actually very mild. Her high heels clinking against the asphalt surface of the alley caught the man's attention, causing him to stir.
Okay.
Rena came into full light, her appearance being a female woman with long curly hair. Her appearance being a female woman with long curly
Gotta love those redheads.
came into full light.
Oh, she's a ginger. Didn't realize that. Not intention, honestly. That was actually not intended, but okay, whatever. Ginger, funny. She's soulless. She's a demon. Fuck.
To start. Rena came into full light, her appearance being a female woman with long curly red hair, slim body, and dressed in an expensive fur coat. The rest of her body was hidden by the coat, its contents being thick and keeping Rena plenty warm.
Okay, that's fine. Ow.
Rena plenty warm.
That won't be something. That might be something. It might probably a mess up. Oh, I'm clearing my throat.
The man appeared
Yep, I mess up. Okay, how long is that?
plenty warm. The man appeared as a young teen dressed in a scraggy t-shirt and pants.
Seems fine.
His face was painted with fear, but that didn't change Rena's views on the man. She's come across many who fit the same description and had turned out to be knife-wielding killers, so she didn't lower her guard or suspicions, approaching within 5 feet of the young man. Approaching within 5 feet of the young man.
Yeah, we're out of breath.
Approaching.
Okay, back. Buddy, if you want to get that, if you want to get the idea of how Clop works, or anything for that matter that is erotica, you need to have detail. Detail is what arouses the reader. What do you think erotica is for? It's for that reason. So, yeah, you need to have detail. I always put a lot of detail in my writing anyways. I'm a detailed writer. And if you don't like it, well, I don't really care.
Kill her, so she didn't lower her guard or suspicions, approaching within 5 feet of the young man.
Yeah, those are gonna be killed.
What are you doing out here in the dark all alone?
Yeah, this dialogue. Yeah, I don't have the effects yet. Alright, I think... Oh, I thought I could hear somebody calling me, but... Alright, dinner calls, be right back. I'm coming! Simple dinner. Simple dinner. Simple dinner. Alright. Can you guys not hear me when I say I'll be right back? Dinner called. I'll be taking that easy as I edit, I guess. But yeah, off of the comment on like the Klopp stories being too descriptive, that's what basically gets the attention of the reader. Yes, you do need to describe the description very much, because the more you describe it, the more the thing rises in the pants. So there you go. That's just the best way to put it for you. This is more of like a storytelling kind of thing. Like at first it just started out as, you know, what you would expect it to be, but I'm actually turning it into a nice storytelling. Kind of. Because Breaking the Rules was actually a really good one. About an hour and 5 minutes long. It made it onto iTunes. Yeah, and description in storytelling is a thing for writing anyways. You do need to describe things when you write, otherwise the reader's not going to be intrigued. Just don't over describe. Like, don't be like, telling every single detail possible. Just describe it enough to get the point across.
What are you doing out here in the dark all alone?
It just sounds like Fluttershy.
Too, with sincere worry. The young John Doe just eyed Rena with a look of wonder.
Yeah, that was fine.
I can ask the same for you, miss. The man replied, his voice stable.
That's good.
Where did you even come from?
That's good.
Interesting. He's not alarmed by my presence, nor even scared. Let's see if he jumps at the first opening I give him. Let's see if he jumps.
So I'm going to add a reverb effect to this.
He's not alarmed by my presence, nor even scared. Let's see if he jumps at the first opening I give him. I wouldn't worry about that, honey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Started with a hint of a seductive tone.
Okay.
I'm just looking for someone to play with, if you know what I mean. I'm just looking for someone to play with, if you know what I mean.
Fucking mouth noise.
I'm just looking for someone to play with, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
For someone to play with, if you know what I mean.
It's like one of the things that I actually do like in my storytelling is description of characters, which for MLP you don't need to because the characters are already, told to us. Like we already know what the characters look like. Twilight's purple, Pinky's pink. I mean, you'd get that off the name, wouldn't you? But you get what I mean. We know those characters. So when you do like original characters or just, new characters that nobody knows anything about, you have to describe them. Which is succubus, if you don't know what they look like. Well, if you watch enough anime, just imagine that with like devil wings and horns. They're basically just women disguised. They're actually demons disguised as hot women that sleep with men for a living, pretty much. And the intercourse is not meant to, it's not within the mortal's favor because from what I read, engaging in whammy with a succubus leads to like illness and very, very horrifying consequences.
She brushed the side of his face with her long, no, well, they're long too, but not that.
Okay.
She brushed the side of his face with her soft right hand, drawing closer and closer to him. Now came the test on whether or not he would jump at the first chance. Rena waited. Now came the test.
Oh yeah, this fucker. Let's see, how far does this go?
Rena waited.
I don't see why that's a bad take. I can actually just use that one. Fuck that, I'm just gonna do this.
Rena waited, her claws ready to act if he pounced. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, lady.
Can I get that out?
Her claws ready to act if he pounced.
Because that's problematic right there. I don't like that. Let's see. I think I can get that. Yeah, I can. I can get that. Alright, just shut you up. Because nobody likes you.
Ready to act if he pounced.
That's fine. That's fine. I do like the video, it's just I feel like it was a little too much when you said he threw da. Nope, it's exactly what erotica is, dude.
Rena waited, her claws ready to act if he pounced. I don't know what kind of
You think I'm bad? Go listen to Wooten. Like I said, it was a test. It was a test. The Flurry Heart one was just a theory kind of thing. It was just kind of a, like, I'm just gonna do this because I can kind of thing. That's all that one was. It was like a thing that I just wrote for fun, like a shit post kind of thing. But whatever, it was fun. And it's clearly, it's my theory of how Flurry Heart could have became an alicorn, because how else is the freaking genetics gonna work on that? Cadence is an alicorn, but it's not genetically possible for that to happen. And Shining Armor is a unicorn. So something had to happen within the birthing process.
Reno waited, her claws ready to act if he pounced.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing, lady. I don't know what kind of game you're playing, lady, but I'm not biting.
But I'm not biting. Is this it?
I don't know what kind of game you're playing, lady.
Yeah, that's a better take. But yeah, it's kind of like I was watching a horror movie the other night. This to me was a mixture between two things, two different kind of entities. It was called Siren. It was intended to be like a siren, which, yeah, it had that kind of thing. But a siren is a monster that lures. Just look at the freaking Dazzlings for reference. Only in the Odyssey, there were beautiful women that were. This is where it gets kind of conflicting. Like, okay, in some mythology, it says that they are women who appear. They're monsters who appear as beautiful women to men to, in the case of the Odyssey, keep them from proceeding forward. Or, in other cases, they will devour them and eat them. I don't know. That wasn't the case in the Odyssey because they were just preventing them from moving forward. Because the Odyssey's about a long ass fucking trek to get back of this guy to get back to his homeland. I can't like I just remember the sirens. That was the coolest part. I thought that was the coolest part. But okay, this thing had like the voice of a siren, but it had the look of a succubus. It even flew. Sirens don't fly. The sirens don't fly. I think the person who made the movie got a little mixed up in their mythology, because succubi have wings, horns, which this thing had, and yeah, it was just out to fuck whoever saved her, I guess. It's just one of those horror movies that you're like, I think they forgot to do their research. Whoop-a-doodle.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing, lady, but I'm not biting. The John Doe said bluntly.
Okay. What is... Yeah, I can get rid of all that. That'll go away anyways when I upload... Well, not upload it, but apply it noise gate.
The John Doe said bluntly. I'm happily committed to a relationship and have no interest in breaking it apart over promise of what you're offering me. Rena smiled, backing away from the troubled man.
This ain't a fan fiction.
Doing in an alley all by himself, but the lack of scent, horny smells produced as much in an alley all by himself, but the lack of scent, horny smells produced as much as the tone of his voice solidified that he was lying, wasn't he? Solidified that voice.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a tough one. Maybe not. Okay, let's get the right take here. Okay, let's see what that does.
The tone of his voice solidified that he wasn't lying.
Works.
Stop lying, Rena said nicely. Best to keep it that way.
Best keep that way.
Said nicely. You best keep it that way.
That sounds so freaking snarky.
Once the man turned his gaze away from her,
Yes, this wonderful line. God. Wanna talk annoying?
once the man turned his gaze away from her, she dashed back into the shadows at inhuman speed, still holding her smile.
Okay, stop. Save. Okay, what was this called? No, I don't want to save that to my documents. There we go. So that'll take a second. And that time I'm gonna have some dinner. Okay, I don't remember much from that one because I got pickled drunk later this same evening. Were you uncomfortable making those fanfics? Which ones? If you're talking about the MLP based ones, no. Writing is different from voice acting and narrating.
Nice and French fries.
Yeah, stick them on my plate. That's okay, they got tartar sauce a little bit, so yeah. Not a big SAP fan. That's another phase that I kind of went through. I wanted to try it just to see if I liked it. Didn't like it. Not my thing. But writing those fanfics was a little weird, to say the least. But it was stepping into a different genre. So of course you're going to be a little weirded out. But other than that, no, it wasn't uncomfortable. It was kind of relieving a little bit.
Still holding her smile. For once, one of her shifts haven't started. For once, one of her.
Oh my god. We've got forever to go still, too.
For once, one of her shifts hadn't started out as a bloodbath. That was something she could smile at. But she knew it would be short-lived. Cruel fate.
Oh my god, this slide, I hate it. Okay.
Short-lived. The cruel.
Right there. This is ridiculous.
The cruel fact of mortals was that there was more evil than good men and women. It didn't take long for that fact to be proven true.
That's fine.
Finding a man holding a young woman hostage in another alleyway not far from the first. In another woman hostage in another alleyway not far from the first.
Okay. Devil Dogler, I know. I live in the state that has the Skinwalker Ranch. I personally don't believe in it. There's a lot of things that they can be. They can be dogs. They can be deers. They can be anything. And there's never been one caught on camera. So.
Far from the first. The woman looked no older than 20.
Oh yeah, this is where I really start screwing up.
The woman looked no older than 20, and judging by her additional bags of books and notes, was more than likely a
Was Twilight Sparkle. Books and notes? Yep, definitely Twilight Sparkle.
The woman looked no.
Is that part of the line, or is that...
The woman looked no older than 20, and judging by her additional bags of books and notes, was more than likely a college student. First, the woman looked no older.
Okay, yeah, you need to get out of here. Because no one likes you. Okay, there we go.
First, the woman looked no older than 20, and judging by her additional bag of books and notes, was more likely a college student. The man was easily in his 40s and had more than likely done.
Hang on. More than likely. So I have to actually keep that old take.
The woman
Because I totally screwed up. Whatever. It's no big deal.
was more than likely a college student. The man was easily in his 40s and had more than likely done this before.
Oh man, I get mad right here.
The man was easily in his 40s and had more than likely done. The man was easily in his 40s and had a college student. The man was easily in his 40s and had more than likely done this before from his demeanor of a crazed and sadistic psychopath.
Okay.
His right hand gripped a long and sharp knife, and his voice screamed demands that Rena's and his voice screamed demands that made Rena's anger rise all the more.
Oh boy. How loud is that?
Strip faster!
Ay, ay, ay.
Strip faster!
That'll definitely have to be lowered. In fact, I'm just gonna do that now. Gonna add a thing to it anyways. So let's see, -3. That works. That's more even.
All the more. Strip faster!
There's my stomach.
His volume being drowned out by the traffic and honking of no, that's not shitty. The man screamed, his volume being drowned out by the traffic and honking of cars in the street outside the alleyway.
Have you ever been to Skinwalker Ranch? No, but I've seen documentaries about it. Nobody has ever caught anything. I think it's just a hoax. Just like Area 51. Like, I truly believe Area 51 is just made to look like an alien thing because the government doesn't really want you to know what's going on over there.
The man screamed, his volume being drowned out by the traffic and honking of cars in a stir. The man screamed, his volume being drowned out by the traffic and honking of the alleyway. The young brunette just followed his demands, too scared for her life and alleyway. The young brunette just followed his demands, too scared for her life and the young brunette just followed his demands, too scared for her life to reject his demands. Outside the alleyway. The young brunette just followed his demands, too scared for her life to reject his demands. Rena knew she had to be quick here, seeing if this girl saw her, she'd be easily Rena knew she reject his demands. Rena knew she had to be quick here, seeing if the girl saw her, she'd be in serious trouble. She thought quick, watching in horror as the man started to unzip his dirty pants. One slash to his neck would stop him from potentially killing her, so I have to make sure I strike him.
I remember this one.
Chance of him moving.
I remember this one.
One slash to his neck won't stop him from potentially killing her, so I have to make sure I strike him
let me see if oh, fuck. What's that? Up. Oh dear. Yeah, that one. Okay, bring that back. Bring this back. Crime and Christmas. Hmm.
By the time Rena had come out of By the time Rena had come up got to be quick though. By the time Rena had come up with a solution, the woman had been subjected to only her panties and bra. So Rena worked quickly.
Yeah. Okay, this is where I had to just basically scroll down, so this is a mess up. Ow.
Oh my god, we've got a ton to go.
Yeah.
Reno worked quickly, dashing forward at lightning speed and striking his right wrist with the force of a car crashing into the building at over 100 miles per hour. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I got mad here.
Forward at lightning speed and striking his right wrist with the force of a car crashing into
And in come the cars.
Dashing forward at lightning speed and striking his right wrist with the force of a car crashing into a building at over 100 miles per hour. The dash seemed like a flash for the girl, but for Rena, for 100 miles per hour. The dash seemed like a flash for the girl, but for Rena, it was as if time had stopped and she was walking in milliseconds. The strike, however, had done its job. Rena resided on the side of the building, high above where the
Okay, bring that back.
had done its job. Rena resided on the side of the building, high above from where the girl could see or even
I don't like that. Needs to be forward a little bit more. That's what she said.
done its job. Rena resided on the side of the building, high above from where the girl could see or even spot her. The man screamed from his clubbing hand, the knife dropping to the knees.
Okay, I messed up here.
The blade clattered against the asphalt as the girl watched in terror and
Yeah, this fucking line, I hated it. I gotta get one more thing out of there. Yeah, I got really pissed right here because this is ridiculous. Let's see, where's the cuss? There it is. Okay, it's not one of those. It's gotta be one of these.
as the girl watched in terror and relief at the man's hand flopping around like a bag of bones. The bones that connect his flopping hand, the knife dropped. The metal blade clattered against the asphalt as the girl watched in terror and relief at the man's hand flopping around like a bag of bones. The bones that connected the hinge to his wrist had been disconnected and he couldn't move.
Oh,
Like a bag of bones. The bones that connected the hinge to his wrist had been disconnected, and he couldn't move or function. And he couldn't move or function. And he couldn't move or connected. And he couldn't move or function his right hand at all. Whoops. That's far.
Okay, I get mad.
and his screams had become nothing but gurgles of struggles to breathe. Rena watched in amusement as the man collided to the ground,
I got that right.
out at a rapid pace, and his screams had become nothing but gurgles of struggles to breathe. Rena watched in amusement as the man collided to the ground, motionless. The girl just stood in shock, horror, and relief, slowly connect. The girl just stood in shock, horror, and relief, slowly collecting.
Oh my god. Can I talk? No, I cannot talk.
Shock, horror, and relief, slowly collecting her clothes from the ground. Slowly collecting her clothes from the ground.
Good God. Simple sentence, Sparrow.
Horror and relief, slowly collecting her clothes from the ground.
Save. What is the worst fanfic I've ever read? Tough question, honestly. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, the bad stories that I've read. Are you talking on the channel, or are you talking that I've read as well? Like, just in my spare time, I've read it and been like, nope. Because normally how choosing a fanfiction goes is I read the story and determine if it's good enough or not, and then I message the author. So, are you talking in my spare time, or one that's public on the channel? On the channel or in free time? Worst in terms of writing, probably Rocket to Insanity. I mean, good God. That thing is a jumbled mess of shit. Like, I'm not gonna even stress it. Shit. It's horribly grammatically incorrect. Unlike every other line, and rushed as hell. But on the channel, the worst one that I've read. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Probably the Splendor Man. Sure, it's funny, but it's a terrible fan fiction. Creepypasta, technically. But, yeah, it's a terrible story. It's a troll fic. I know, it's a troll fic, but, yeah, weirdest thing I've ever done.
Her clothes from the ground. Rena knew she would probably be traumatized by the whole experience.
Okay.
The ground. Rena knew she would probably be traumatized by the whole experience, but it was better than getting violated by a pedophile on the prowl, and would most likely end in either death or abduction, her being his little plaything. And would most likely end in either death or abduction for her to be his little plaything.
That's a heavy plosive.
And would most likely end in either death or be his little plaything. A scream followed from the girl, stirring attention from outside the alley to her aid. And with that, Rena knew her job was done.
I mean, wouldn't you be kind of freaked out if all of a sudden a guy got slashed on the neck and his hand, like his wrist was just completely obliterated? Like, yeah.
From the girl, stirring attention from outside the alley to her aid. And with that, Rena knew her job was done. She took back to the sky.
We sing into the sky.
Alleyway.
Okay. It made no sense to me. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because it's rushed. It's just trying to play off of another fic that was popular at the time. And that's why I don't that's why I consider like Cupcakes and all them overrated. Gives the like actual good fan fictions, good grimdarks, the room they deserve for the spotlight. That's why I like to showcase or like get, grimdarks that deserve the attention they ain't getting. I give them the attention they deserve. Octavia's Final Stop. This one's actually a really good psychological one. Everybody knows my thoughts on psychological horror. I love it.
Knew her job was done. She took back to the sky, navigating and eyeing every alleyway of New York City with care. She luckily hadn't spotted any sort of similar activity. She had spotted some couples getting it on, but seeing there was no signs of struggle or any insult instinct. But seeing there were no signs of struggle or any instincts of danger, Rena hadn't bothered. Instead, she navigated to the more gang-heavy areas of the city, landing in an alley.
Oh my god. This is when things just get annoying. Also, I'm down to two ship choices for Valentine's Day, by the way. There's two ships that have been mentioned that are interesting to me and are not common. I've already been browsing stories and all that. And I think I found one. The only problem is the author isn't active. Like, their last post was like 2018-ish. That's when they were last actually on. So, I mean, I think I should do it. I mean, it's damn good. It's not a perfect story, but it's cute. And that's basically what Month of Lurv stories are. Well, not Month of Lurv, but Valentine's Day is about cute romance. That's how I look at it.
Instead, she navigated to the more gang-heavy areas of the city, landing in an alley to morph into her human form. The area consisted of prostitutes, pimps, and homeless mortals.
Okay. Need to give this more space.
Morph into her human form. The area consisted of prostitutes, pimps, and homeless mortals. A perfect hotspot to lure in predators. She was somewhat a relative of this area, given this is where she had lured in the most Given this is where she had lured in the absolute worst of the
Oh, wow. I missed a part, apparently. Let's see. She was a somewhat relative. Right there.
She was somewhat a relative of this area, given this is where
Oh, yeah, Mouth Noise is starting to get mad at me.
She was somewhat a relative of this area, given this is where she had lured in the absolute worst of the worst kinds of immortals imaginable. This was her hotspot, and the majority of the others knew not to even challenge her in terms of trespassing or being on their turf. She had made it clear that she was one to keep around, seeing she brought a ton of attention. Such a shame that only she knew what the attention was really for.
Can't remember I changed this up. Well, so I found something pretty cool today that was actually really. I found it cool because non brony people reacted to one of Prince Whatever's best tracks, in my opinion. Um, was that the first or the second track I heard from him? I want to say it was the second. Yeah, Frailty was the first one. The second one I ever heard from him was Breaking Bonds, and that's the oldest shit one. It's a collaboration of like different. It's like basically the Bohemian Rhapsody, if you want to call it that, of the My Little Pony like music, because it has like it's got metal, rock, rap, dubstep. Am I missing anything? And screamo in it. 5 different genres of music all implied into one song. And a metalcore band actually reacted to it, being not, jerks and saying, oh, it's party music, so it sucks. They actually went into it, and upon the very first riff, they were into it. And that was what caught my attention immediately when I first heard Breaking Bonds back way when. That's the old version, not the 2020 version. And if I remember correct, I think in a live stream, someone actually made it aware to me that he didn't actually even use any bass in the original. Oh, man. Then he applied something to the guitar to give it that boom, because I thought that was the hardest song to play ever since then. But now that I've, learned how to use a metronome and know that it's not impossible to play, it's actually really easy. It's just a matter of getting timing down and understanding how a metronome works and how chugging timing works. It's really tricky, but once you get it down, it's really simple. It's just the pattern. You just gotta imagine in your head. That's why the main trick that there was to learning it was just counting. So I just kind of would close my eyes and I'd listen to the chugs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. And I just count the chugs that's exactly what I hear. I'm not hearing the drums, I'm just listening to the guitar really closely. And it's a really, really simple chugging track. It's a really good exercise for starting. If you want to do a chugging exercise, perfect song. Or Your Betrayal by by Bullet for My Valentine. That song is what actually taught me how to chug. Because getting down chugging alone is a little tricky. Because chugging is a mixture of palm muting and alternative picking. Which, if you don't know, I grew up basically doing the James Hetfield kind of thing. I only down picked. I didn't do any upstrokes. Down picking was my thing. Big mistake. Especially if you want to do metal. But chugging is just a matter of timing and just getting it right. It's just... Breaking Bonds sounds harder than it is because, well, if you don't know the timing, here, I can play the timing right now. It's easy. You can even cut it in half if you want to, if that's too much for you. But basically, you're playing along to this little rhythm, right? Hang on. The tempo, I was really shocked that it was low. It's at 150 beats per minute, and this is the tempo you're playing to. Doesn't sound like anything in comparison to the song, but that's facts. It's just a matter of getting the timing down and learning how to play it. Counting is the first step to getting that song down. Once you learn the pattern of the chugging and know how to do it, it's easy. Honestly, it is. That and learning how to chug accordingly.
Challenge her in terms of trespassing or being on their turf.
Okay.
She had made it clear that she was one to keep around, saying she brought a ton of attention. Such a shame that only she knew what the attention was really for.
Okay, I want more space here. I can always just do that in FL Studio, but whatever.
Of attention. Such a shame that only she knew what the attention was really for.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take everything down anyway, so.
was really for. Stepping out onto the concrete, gazes immediately met her like a spotlight. They quickly were averted, however, the majority immediately recognizing her from previous nights. They quickly were averted, however.
I remember I messed up here. Oh, excuse me.
A blonde
Nope. Oh, God. Why did blonde sound like blunt?
one of the other occupants.
Nope.
They quickly were averted, however, the majority immediately recognizing her from previous nights. One of the other occupants, a blonde dressed like a Barbie doll, and God, this is a tough one.
Yeah, it was.
One of the other occupants, a blonde dressed like a Barbie doll. Oh my God, voice please. A blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup made an effort to approach her. A blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup made an effort to approach her.
That's way better.
A blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup made an effort to approach her.
Okay.
The other occupants, a blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup.
Okay, let me give that some space.
The other occupants, a blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup made an effort to approach her.
Okay, whatever.
The other occupants, a blonde dressed like a Barbie doll and caked with makeup made an effort to approach her. Rena allowed the access, recognizing the prostitute.
Okay. But yeah, I thought it was kind of cool that, you know, another metal band that was outside of the pony fandom was actually giving, you know, someone who deserved recognition proper and actually unbiased, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Criticism. Like, first riff, they immediately said, "This is fucking dope, man," you know, like that. And I'm like, it is. It's a fucking amazing riff. I mean, it's just a breakdown, but it sounds amazing. And the guy puts so much, like, work and, you know, passion into what he does. He deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. But then again, I don't think he wants the recognition because record companies are a bitch.
Made an effort to approach her. Rena allowed the access, recognizing the prostitute. Her name was Hot Hips on the streets, but Rena knew her real name was Mary and that she was a runaway, just like the majority of the others. Hey girl, nice to see you again.
Oh, that's so Valley Girl. So Valley Girl.
Mary said with joy.
Oh my god. That was so Valley Girl. Jesus. You gotta have some fun.
Mary said with joy. It almost saddened Rena that someone like Mary had chosen this lifestyle. She could see so much potential.
Yeah. A little bit more.
With joy. It almost saddened Rena that someone like Mary had chosen.
Oh dear.
Mary said with joy. It almost saddened Rena that someone like Mary had chosen this lifestyle. She could see so much potential for her, but that wasn't for her to worry about. The two had become friends a few nights prior,
the burps. When I read your pixie, yeah, those words. Bears Apple Lakers was just like, I don't know. Edgelord Sparrow all the way.
her to worry about. And now we got a fucking bass player back in the fucking
And now I got a bass player in the background.
her to worry about. The two had become friends a few nights prior, and it was for that reason that Rena had avoided the area.
Wait.
But that wasn't for her to worry about. The two had become friends a few nights prior, and it was for that reason that Rena had avoided the area for a couple of months. She didn't want to make a friendship she knew she couldn't keep. She didn't want to make a friendship. She didn't want to make a friendship. She didn't want to make a friendship she knew she couldn't keep. Except hot hips.
Ah, man. It's kind of like how the survey has become a meme kind of story as well. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I put the Twilight in the tube socks and all that shit. I don't know what was going through my mind. I was just shit posting, I guess. Like, that's the best way to put it, I guess. Now it's kind of a running joke. Twilight in tube socks. Because now you see where the series is now. Going on to its end, almost. It's in the process of being written. But you see where it is now, and you go back to where it started. A story about an edgy teen basically taking like a Bloody Mary challenge and paying the consequences. Now it's evolved into a full-blown story. Oh, my first audio track was terrible. But considering what I recorded it with, I give myself props, like a pat on the shoulder. I can revamp it now because I've got the proper equipment. But I don't think I want to revamp it. It's just kind of, I don't know, the riffs just aren't that good, and they kind of, like, they're just repetitive and very boring. Even the solo's boring, like, it's just like a, how cool would that be? Yeah, it's not even that hard. It's not even relatively hard. It's just like a two note solo that's, well, actually that would technically be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 note solo using pinch harmonics and tapping as a way to give it kind of a, I don't know, fast sound. Like, the thing I've learned with guitar playing is the less effort you... Well, no, I wouldn't say that, but you don't need to put a lot of effort into something to make it fast. Like, it's a little... Like, it's hard to explain. Like, your fingers can move, like, very, very fast. So, you can play 3 notes and make it sound like you're playing a gazillion. How much further do we got to go? Can't be much further, because I didn't get too far. Like, we're right at the point where it's starting to get close to the end. To where I made it, anyway. Oh my god, fucking Audacity. You suck! If I'll beat you by a fucking mile in terms of, well, almost everything. Oh my god, how much further do we got to go? Majority of all that shit right there is all fuck-ups. So, Yeah, that's probably going to cut down to about 10 minutes. Guaranteed. Just keep going.
for a couple nights. She didn't want to make a friendship she knew she couldn't keep. Sap hot hips. Rena spoke jokingly. Sap hot hips. Rena spoke jokingly.
You've heard an adult story. This is hilarious. Sap high hips.
Couldn't keep. Sap hot hips. Rena spoke jokingly. Her pimp, Big Max, wasn't around, so she actually felt comfortable talking with Mary. Her pimp, Big Max, wasn't around, so she actually. Her pimp, Big Max, wasn't around, so she actually felt comfortable talking with Mary. Not that a name like Big Max worried her in any way. Not that a name like Big.
Repeating every other goddamn line, I swear.
Not that a name like Big Max worried her in any way. She could take that buff meathead out in one blow. But she knew how easily jealous he was. And if she conversed with Mary with him around, things wouldn't end well for Mary.
Okay.
But she knew how easily jealous he was, and if she conversed with Mary with him around, things wouldn't end well for Mary. So she had to keep her distance. I see your honey isn't around. Rena started. Rena started, intending to get every bit of information she could possibly about Max. Intending to get every bit of
Okay. Think that's right.
Rena started. Rena started, intending to get every bit of information she could possibly about Max. Intending to get every bit of information she possibly could about Max. Good timing, motherfucker.
Wow.
Good about Max. Oh, he's hanging out with other. Damn it. Oh, he's hanging out with another one of his girls on another street. Mary confessed.
Overjoyous Mary here, my god. It bugs me if that's left in there.
She possibly could about Max. Oh, he's hanging out with other. Damn it. Oh, he's hanging out with another one of his girls on another street. Mary
Oh dear.
about Max. Oh, he's hanging out with another one of his girls on another street. Mary confessed, her demeanor the usual. Figures that meathead would have another slut on a leash. God damn you, Mary. Why do you hang around with that abusive asshole?
Hi Dash, you came first so I can.
And he's okay with you out on your own? Rena questioned. Seems like something he'd not allow you. Seems like something he'd not allow you. Seems like something he'd not allow you. Oh, Rena, Max isn't like that. Oh, Rena, Max isn't like that. Mary foolishly confirmed.
Oh, this character. Oh my god. Well, the thing with me is that my, one, I don't know how to do drums, so I can't add drums. Well, I'm sure if I worked hard enough, I could, but I don't know shit about drumming. All I know is that the kick drum is what makes the boom sound, like the bassy sound, and the snare is it's all about timing. Like drums are timing, tempo. But I couldn't make a beat to save my ass.
You out on your own? Rena questioned. Seems like something he'd not allow you.
Okay.
Oh, Rena, Max isn't like that. Mary foolishly confirmed. He's actually a really nice guy when you get to know him. God damn it, Mary. God damn it, Mary. Calm. Guy when you get to know him. God damn it, Mary. Calm herself. To calm herself, Rena lit herself a cigarette. The fumes immediately washed. God damn it, Mary. To calm herself, Rena lit herself a cigarette. The fumes immediately washing away the chills of the night air and naivety of Mary's beliefs in one fell swoop. It was clear that Max was abusive just from his bruised knuckles he tried to hide.
Oh my god.
Clear that Max was abusive just from his bruised knuckles he tried to hide under leather gloves. But Rena wasn't stupid. It was clear that Max was abusive with her gloves, but Rena wasn't stupid. She also knew why Mary wore as much makeup as a rodeo clown. She also knew why Mary wore as much makeup as a rodeo clown. It was to hide the bruises and injuries from that bastard hitting her. She knew the many things that Mary didn't about Max. She'd been there in her past life, and well, she knew what she'd been there and didn't about Max. She'd been there in her past life, and well, she knew what pimps were capable of, as much as how bipolar their manners can be.
Oh shit.
As much as how bipolar their as much as how bipolar their as much as how bipolar their as much as what pimps were capable of, as much as how bipolar their manners can be. Only difference was that in what pimps were capable of, as much as how bipolar
Ugh.
pimps were capable of, as much as how bipolar their manners can be. As much as how bipolar their manners can be.
That's good.
Only difference was that in this life she was her own pimp and had power. She was her own pimp and had power beyond any mortal pimp. It was her own pimp and had power beyond any mortal pimp who dared to try anything with her. I can't read tonight. And had power beyond any mortal pimp who dared to even try anything with her. That hadn't been the case yet. And had power beyond any mortal pimp who dared to try anything with her. Was her own pimp. And had power beyond any mortal pimp who dared to even try anything with her. That hadn't been the case yet. Upon the first drag of her cigarette, a car with speakers blaring some kind of rap music pulled up to the curb. As the window rolled down, the evident smell of drugs met Rena's nostrils and senses. To the curb. As the window rolled down, the evident smell of drugs met Rena's nostrils and senses. A smell only she caught. Seeing immortal senses were nowhere near. Met Rena's nostrils and senses. A smell only she caught. Seeing a
Nope, don't like that. A little bit more space.
Rena's nostrils and senses.
just get rid of you.
Rena gazed into the car from the curbside. Oh my god. Rena gazed into the car. Rena gazed into the car from the curbside, a lone black male being occupied in the front driver's seat. He had hidden the drugs under his seat and was currently higher than a kite. Rena searched for that distinct smell again, but the drugs made him and was currently higher than a kite. Rena searched for that distinct smell again, but the drugs made it very hard to distinguish scent for scent. The one thing she did know was that this wasn't going to end well any way he looked at it. So, which one of your lovelies does it best? So, which one of your lovely ladies does it best? Said the driver.
Okay.
Data. So, which one of your lovely ladies does it best? Said the driver. It was clear what the man was after, but Rena couldn't tell if he was malevolent in any sort of way. All she knew was that he was high on crack cocaine, and judging from his demeanor, he had taken it not long before. The smell was fresh too, so it was definitely recent. The smell was fresh too, so it was definitely recent. She had decided to take this one. He had taken it not long before. The smell was fresh too, so it was
Oh man. Needs to be definitely a little further away.
It's taken it not long before. The smell was fresh too, so it was definitely recent. She had decided to take this one. She had decided to take this one. She had decided to take this one. Depends on the size.
Ooh, sassy Rena.
Definitely recent. She had decided to take this one. Depends on the size. Rena replied, causing the whole street corner to utter a simultaneous causing the whole street corner to utter a simultaneous causing the whole street
Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Rena replied, causing the whole street corner to mutter a simultaneous "Oh." Rena had set the challenge, and she knew she had him hooked just by the look. And she knew she had him hooked. Rena had set the challenge, and she knew she had him hooked just by the look. And she knew she had him hooked just by Rena had set the challenge, and she knew she had him hooked just by the look on his face. Sounds like you're pretty confident, Miss Redlocks. Sounds like you're pretty confident, Miss Redlocks. Just by the look on his face. Sounds like you're pretty confident, Miss Redlocks. He attempted to compliment it. Rena didn't even budge from the gesture. Miss Redlocks? Rena responded in a playful manner. How cute, sweetheart. Why don't you let me in, and I'll see if I can't introduce myself accordingly. And I'll see if I can't introduce myself accordingly. Those
Oh my god. Okay, do not hit the home button.
How cute, sweetheart. And I'll see if I can't
Ah, shit.
Why don't you let me in, and I'll see if I can't introduce myself accordingly. And I'll see
I gotta break this up a little bit. Da, 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 da.
let me in, and I'll see if I can't introduce myself. Those last words. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those last words.
Yep, there's another cuss. And probably another one.
Those last words came off with a hint of seduction. No. Those last words.
Like I said, majority of this is all fuck ups.
Those last words came off with a hint of seduction that immediately made the driver's hormones. Those last words came off with a hint. Those last words came off with a hint of seduction that immediately made the driver's hormones. That immediately made the driver's hormones. That immediately made the driver's hormones. That immediately made the driver's hormones peak into overdrive. They only grew more intense along with the lump in his lap. They only grew more intense along with the lump in his lap as Rena flashed open one side of her fur coat, revealing her flawless and luxurious right leg. Through overdrive. They only grew more intense along with the lump in his lap as Rena flashed open one side of her fur coat, revealing her flawless and luxurious right leg. Checkmate. 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 The door flew open, and Rena slowly made her way into the passenger seat. Checkmate. The door flew open, and Rena slowly made her way into the passenger seat, shutting the door after her. Don't worry, girls. I'll make sure to save you some. Rena said. Rena playfully gestured as she rolled up the window. Come on. As she rolled up the window. Once the window met the top part of the car door, with a shift into first gear, the car took off at a fast speed. Hold up the window. Once the window met the top part of the car door, with a shift into first gear, the car took off at a fast speed. Car door. With a shift into first gear, the car took off at a fast speed, nearly causing Rena to drop her still lit cigarette. Rena shot the high immortal a glare that most would cower at, but he was clearly in a whole different world, not even phased. Growing annoyed, Rena resorted to her latter option. Slow it down, or you won't. Slow it down, or you'll be. Slow it down, or you'll be getting nothing from me.
That works.
Slow it down, or you'll be getting nothing from me. Oh my god, or you'll be getting nothing from me. Slow it down, or you'll be getting nothing from me. Rena quickly objected, knowing it would work. Rena quickly objected, knowing it would work. Her long-term experience. Knowing it would work. Her long-term experience with drug-infused men and women was evident enough to prove it. Knowing it would work. Her long-term experience with drug-infused men and women was evident enough to prove it. It was almost immediate. The man pulling his... Oh my fucking god, can things... It was almost immediate. The man pulling back his foot from the gas pedal, and the speedometer dropping from their current speed of 70 miles per hour to a safe and steady 40 miles per hour. From the gas pedal, and the speedometer dropping from their current speed of 70 miles per hour to a safe and steady 40 miles per hour. With that, Rena sat back in the leather seat and continued to smoke her tobacco.
Oh god.
Rena sat back in her. With that, Rena sat back in the leather seat and continued to smoke her tobacco stick of relief. And continued to smoke her tobacco.
Seriously.
With that, destination still unknown. Rena knew she had nothing to worry about, so she just enjoyed the ride the best she could, her nostrils still catching the smell of his hormones raging like rapids to the point of where it was pungent. Again, Rena was used to it, so it was nothing she couldn't handle. The one thing she still hadn't determined and pondered out the entire drive was the mortal's intentions. June, go to sleep, please. Was the mortal's intentions. The long drive had been an immediate red flag, but unlike other malicious men and women she'd dealt with before, red flag. But unlike other malicious men and women, she'd dealt with before, this one hadn't shown any signs of force toward her or even attempted to grope her thigh that was open to be stroked. While his hormones were raging like crazy, Rena hadn't caught anything that would imply malicious intent, but that hadn't lowered her guard at the least. She wasn't foolish enough to just assume that he was harmless by not showing lowered her guard at the least. She wasn't foolish enough to just assume that he was harmless by not showing any signs. She wasn't foolish enough to just assume that he was harmless by not showing any signs. For all she knew, he could have duct taped and closed the trunk, and that was why she kept her guard up while maintaining her appearance as any casual prostitute foolish enough to get in a car with a stranger. She threw quick glances at the driver every 5 minutes of driving to wherever they were going. Get in a car with a stranger. She threw quick glances at the driver every 5 minutes of driving to wherever they were going, and each time, they were the same. He seemed anxious and even scared. They were the same. He seemed anxious and even scared, and Rena could only wonder why he appeared so tense. He was gripping the steering wheel as if it were something that he had. He was gripping the steering wheel as if it were something he had to why he appeared so tense. He was gripping the steering wheel as if it were something he had to remain clung to for his life's sake. Rena thought about speaking up, but then remembered that she was a succubus on the prowl for evil men, not having any sense of care or concern for evil men, not having any sense of care or concern for anybody except her own kind. She couldn't just break her composure out of wonder, so she just awaited the car's stop at whatever destination it came to a stop at. Stop at. 10 minutes passed, and at last the car. 10 minutes passed, and at last the car. It came to a stop at. 10 minutes passed, and at last the car halted to a stop, the engine dying down upon the keys being pulled from the ignition. Upon that action, Rena sat up in the seat. To a stop, the engine dying down upon the keys being pulled from the ignition. Upon that action, Rena sat up in the seat, awaiting down upon the keys being pulled from the ignition. Upon that action, Rena sat up in the seat, awaiting what came next. The young man still reeked of the odor of his hormones rushing throughout his body, so he was clearly in the mood here, in comparison to when he first pulled up to the curve with the blaring music playing, had changed. And that was his demeanor here, in comparison to when he first pulled up to the curve with the blaring music playing, had changed. And while Rena found that interesting, she didn't have all night to fuck around. Had changed. And while Rena found that interesting, she didn't have all night to fuck around. Sal, we doing this or not? Rena questioned with vigor, acting rather than... Rena questioned with vigor. Okay, so vigor. Sal, we doing this or not? Sal, we doing this or not? Rena questioned with vigor, acting rather than being serious. Vigor, acting rather than being serious. Yeah, he said shakily. He replied shakily. Rena? He replied shakily. Rena could sense something amongst that reply, something that didn't fit. His senses were clearly telling him to proceed, but something was holding him back. She just kept up her guard, testing his determination with some motions of her own. Then, she of her own. Then, she started, her voice low and seductive in tone. She added more of a challenge to his hormones by running her left hand over his groin, finishing her sentence with her lips up to the mortal's ear. Finishing her sentence with her lips up to the mortal's ear. Allow me to start by sucking you off. Her warm breath, slithered his eardrum, and his demeanor grew even more nervous. And his demeanor grew even more nervous. Her warm breath slithered his eardrum, and his demeanor grew even more nervous. But at the same time, he was enthralled by Rena's offer, his dick rising in his pants. She moved to unbuttoning his cheap... She moved to unbuttoning his cheap jeans, then lowering the zipper. Buttoning his cheap jeans, then lowering the zipper to where she could see his boxers, a massive lump visible to her eyes. Nothing new to her. Cheap jeans, then lowering the zipper to where she could see his boxers, a massive lump visible to her eyes. Nothing new to her, but she just played her part, being careful of anything that the driver might pull. A lot of pluses in this one. She grabbed where the boxers met his waistline. She grabbed where the boxers met his waistline, lifting them from his flesh and watching as the lump fell flat against his lower abdomen. Rena wasn't impressed, continuing by lowering his boxers to just above his knees, grabbing his shaft with one of her hands and slowly stroking it with ease. The man groaned with a mix of satisfaction and regret. With ease. The man groaned with a mix of satisfaction her hand up and down his warm dick. She was starting to wonder if maybe he was a virgin, a naive prostitute, working her hand up and down his warm dick. She was starting to wonder if maybe he was a virgin, unsure of how to feel when a female was giving him a blowjob. It would make a lot of sense, but she couldn't. It would make a lot of sense, but she couldn't assume. So as she slowly it would make a lot of sense, but she couldn't assume. Mel was giving him a blowjob. It would make a lot of sense, but she couldn't assume. So she
I didn't delete anything, did I?
to wonder if maybe he was a virgin, unsure of how to feel when a female was giving him a blowjob. It would make a lot of sense, but she couldn't assume. So she slowly continues to grope his member. She tickled his eardrums with her voice again. So as she slowly continued to grope his member, she tickled his eardrums with her voice again. Is this your first experience? Continued to grope his member. She tickled, so she slowly assumed. So as she slowly continued to grope his member, she tickled his eardrums with her voice again. Is this your first experience, sweetie? She cooed, again causing the man to shiver in pleasure from her hot breath and angelic voice meeting his again causing the man to shiver in again causing the man to shiver in again causing the man to shiver in pleasure from her hot breath and angelic voice meeting his senses. The man broke from his conflicting thoughts and pleasure. The man broke from his conflicting thoughts and pleasure, slowly nodding his head in between heavy breaths and groans. Rena knew she had nothing to worry about anymore. Rena knew she had nothing to worry about anymore. This was just some with that knowledge. With that knowledge. This was had nothing to worry about anymore. This was just a mortal looking for a good first time and nothing more. With that knowledge, she knew she couldn't have vaginal sex with him, given what the consequences could be. What the fuck dog she fuck? With that knowledge, she knew she couldn't have vaginal sex with him, given what consequences follow having intercourse. Given what consequences. With that knowledge, she knew she couldn't have vaginal sex with him, given what consequences follow having intercourse. Given what consequences follow having intercourse with a succubus. Like fucking stuff. She knew she couldn't have vaginal sex with him, given what consequences follow having intercourse with a succubus. He was still young, and she couldn't. He was still young, and she wouldn't fuck up his life over a case of heavy desire to experience his first time. He was still young, and she. The blowjob would be far as. The blowjob. The blowjob. The blowjob would be as far as this would go. The blowjob would be as far as this would go. That. The blowjob would be as far as this would go. That That way, he was safe from experiencing any of the far as this would go. That way, he was safe from experiencing any of the ill will afterward, and he could hopefully go on to live a better life from drugs. And he could hopefully go on to live a better life away from drugs and sleeping with strangers. Till afterward, and he could hopefully go on to and he could hopefully go on to live a better life away from drugs and sleeping with strangers. She just smiled, followed with a response. Don't worry then. I'll take this slow.
Shut up.
And followed with a response. Oh, don't worry then. I'll take this slow and steady. Followed with a response. Oh, don't worry then. I'll take this slow and steady, dear. All you have to do is just sit back and enjoy the ride I'm about to take you on. Rena finished, going back to her business.
Save. Okay, now we're getting to the naughty stuff. Finally.
The unnamed mortal just collapsed back into blah, blah, blah. The unnamed mortal just collapsed back in. The unnamed mortal just collapsed back into his. The unnamed mortal just collapsed back into his work. You know what? Fuck you.
I was losing hope I could get this line.
The unnamed mortal just collapsed back into his seat with an onset of heavy breaths and groans of pleasure as she proceeded to run her warm tongue up, down, and around his dick. Her saliva coated his cock as she continued to Her saliva coated his cock as she continued her work, running her tongue as she continued her work, running her his cock as she continued her work.
Whoa. A little too close there, buddy.
She continued her work, running her tongue along the entire perimeter of his average-sized shaft. As she continued her work, running her tongue along the entire perimeter of his average-sized shaft, his actions growing more rapid. She took it slow and easy, just as she had promised, and spent a good while just engulfing his dick with her hot and slick muscle. And spent a good while just engulfing his dick with her hot and slick muscle. And easy, just as she had promised, and spent a good while just engulfing his dick with her hot and slick muscle. His groans grew into moans as she oh my god, would you fucking shut up, tongue? His groans grew into moans as she proceeded to breaking her tongue work on his dick, knowing he was close just from his composure, and undid her coat, revealing her beautiful and flawless body underneath. The man seemed disappointed.
Welcome back. You just got to the naughty stuff. Oh dear.
Flawless body underneath. The man seemed disappointed that she hadn't proceeded further, her cum already seeping from his tip. But upon the sight of her body, harder and stiff as a board. Like when you see. Rena questioned seductively.
Oh boy.
The mortal only nodded his head, his senses still lost. The mortal only nodded his head, his senses still lost in the bliss of the blowjob that
The bliss of the blowjob.
Rena questioned seductively. The mortal only nodded his head, his senses still lost in the bliss of the blowjob that Rena had yet to finish. Rena only giggled in a way that made John Doe wince in a Rena only giggled in a way that made John Doe Rena only giggled
Oh god.
Rena only giggled in a way that made John Doe wince in astonishment, and only grew more intense as she removed her lingerie and revealed what the sexual attire had hid. And revealed what
Okay.
and re-
Right there. Some of these sentences were freaking long. Oh god. Yeah, let's not get ear rank.
as she removed her lingerie and revealed what the sexual attire hid behind her upper chest. And revealed what the sexual attire hid behind her upper chest. Her breasts filled his irises, and upon the sight now filled God. Her breasts filled his irises, and upon the sight that now filled his her breasts filled his irises, and upon the sight that now filled his vision, his dick burst into an eruption of cum. His dick spasmed for a good 30 seconds before resting and slowly beginning to soften back to its usual form.
Okay.
His dick spasmed for a good 30 seconds before resting and slowly beginning to soften.
Yeah, let's see if I can't get that real quickly.
For a good 30 seconds before resting and slowly beginning to soften back to its usual form. The aftermath back to its usual form. The aftermath of the orgasm had left the man's entire genital area covered in the thick and salty bodily fluid, some of the excrement even on the steering wheel and side window. He appeared to be disappointed at himself for coming before Rena even had a chance to get her mouth on his shaft, but Rena reassured him quickly. But Rena reassured him quickly.
Stop.
On his shaft, but Rena reassured him quickly. Naughty boy, she said, wiggling her right finger as a gesture. Look at the mess you made. Rena giggled again. Where am I going? Rena giggled again.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. Rena giggled again. Where am I going?
Rena giggled again, lowering her head towards his scrotum. Rena giggled again, lowering her head towards his scrotum. Rena giggled again, lowering her head towards his scrotum. Allow me to clean you up. 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 Allow me to clean you up.
I kind of like this one was better. I thought this one was better.
Allow me to clean you up. She said, following by caressing her tongue along started from the bottom, tickling his ball sack with her tongue and breath, and worked to the tip of his cock yet again. Through her tongue.
40, not too shabby.
Through her tongue dance along his entire genital region, his shaft was fully erect again, hard as a rock and as slick as a polished stone. While John Doe hadn't realized it, Rena had practically repeated all she had done the first time, just in a manner of somewhat generosity. Just in a manner of somewhat generosity. Done the first time, just in a manner of somewhat generosity. Upon her tongue lapping his tip, he winced in pleasure, and with that assurance, Rena cupped his dick with her lips, her warm and moist chasm, sending him into a sense unlike any other. She started at the tip. She started at the tip.
Good lord, the fucking...
She started at the tip, then slowly slipped his entire cock deeper into her mouth, meeting the base with ease. Rena was a professional at her craft, so she knew. Rena was a professional. Rena was a professional at her craft, so she knew how to perform deep throat. And with this one being an average size of about 5 or 6 inches, she had managed to fit the muscle fully with ease.
Okay, we're at the end.
Rena was a professional at her craft, so she knew how to fully with ease. The warmth of her mouth and tongue enthralling his dick had caused his fists to clench and his eyes to close, an audible groan of pleasure escaping as Rena started to stroke slowly. As Rena started to stroke slowly. As Rena started escaping. As Rena started to stroke slowly. Rena bobbed the muscle with his care. Rena bobbed the muscle with care. Slowly. Rena bobbed the muscle with care, her tongue massaging the back side of it with utmost care, while the other met her hot breath and saliva in a culmination of what felt like heaven. While the other met her hot breath and saliva in a culmination of what felt like heaven. While the other with utmost care. While the other met her hot breath and saliva in a culmination of what felt like heaven.
Alright. So that is only part 1. Not looking forward to this. Basically, that is just editing out all of the mistakes for that part. So it came to about 30 minutes. Ain't too shabby. So we're about, I'd say about halfway through the story. So yeah, this is probably going to come out about an hour long, but this will be interesting. So yeah, I should just export the audio just in case. Rena audio rock. We're just gonna do that. Okay. Do you know what Hasbro has probably seen that's been made by bronies? I'm sure that the VAs have seen some of the fan fiction. Also, it wasn't her first that. It was her first, you know, if you just read the story, because I can't say these things, otherwise I'm going to get flagged. But it was Twilight's first big, like burst. I guess I could say that. Like, that was her first big burst. It wasn't her first time actually doing that. You're gonna have We Will Rock You from Queen playing during that scene. What scene? Again, Devil Dog, I can't say it's a sex word. It's what happens. It's your peaking point, I guess is the best way to put it. It's hard to say, what it is. Oh no. Queen wouldn't want to be in the middle of that shit. Especially considering this is a demon. A very grateful demon, like, a very good demon. Like, at least she's not out to kill you unless you deserve to be killed. Trust me, Rena is a very... She's an interesting one. She's not only an anti-hero, but she fights for... Like, okay, she's damned to hell for good. Like, she's a hellish creature for eternity. But she uses that power to, like, get rid of the bad people. The lurkers, the stalkers, the pedophiles, the rapists, the murderers, She gets rid of all of them. But in doing so, you're committing one of the, like... What are they called? One of the 10 commandments, I think is what they're called. Yeah, commandments. Which is, thou shalt not commit murder. So, she can't ever escape her lifestyle, but... Yeah, it's pretty sad. I mean, Rena's just, wanting to do what's right to make up for, what she is now. Which, if you want to know what she looks like, kinda imagine if you've ever seen Twilight, not Twilight Sparkle, Twilight, the Twilight Saga, Twilight. If you remember Victoria, that's what she kinda looks like, only imagine Victoria with that more, with kind of that, I can't remember her name, the Roger Rabbit's girlfriend. Like, imagine Victoria with that body. Wait, wasn't she a redhead? I want to say yes, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she was either a brunette or she was a redhead. Anyways, that's done. So... Still pretty early in the night. So that's good. So that's done for now. For now. 2 hours, ain't too shabby. About 2.5 hours isn't too bad. She knows that if you go the next level with someone, they are prone to death. Yeah, because she's the one who does the deed. Her name's not Jessica, it's Victoria. She's the redhead. Oh, Jessica, Rabbit. Sorry. Sorry, I forgot about that whole reference. But, yeah, that's what I'm talking... I hate how this lags. But that's what I'm talking about. She kind of looks like, Jessica. But Victoria's, like, got the red hair. She's kind of got, like, the sinister look to her as well. The fur coat as well. That's what Rena basically looks like. She's described as a woman who has, like, this big fur coat on, slim body, long curly red hair, and color were her eyes? I want to say green, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look. So I'm just gonna just mute the screen for a second. Maybe. And then I'm gonna go look to see if did I actually include that in her description? Good question. Oh god, it's gotta load. Oh, okay. So I've got that bookmarked. That's good. 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 Wouldn't that be in breaking the rules? Yeah, it would, actually. It's actually in breaking the rules. So let me get that one real quick. Seeing I'm done with this one for tonight. Really? Open. Oh, I'm not... Whoops. Okay, I should go like this. So, give me a second. If I remember correct, she has green eyes, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna take me a second. There's the essence of Rose. Okay. Did I never upload the Breaking the Rules draft to this one? That could be a thing. I don't know. Let me just look. Breaking. Nope, nothing's coming up. So it's under Taming the Beast in this one. That's interesting. That was just a default name I gave it. Okay, let me see something. Because I believe Rena did have green eyes. If I'm not mistaken, she's got green eyes. Let's see, Rose. Let's see, Rena just smiled. Talkative type. Oh, here we go. There's the thing. Channel gonna start a somewhat newbie to the occupation as well, but she had curly red hair, green neon eyes like Rose. It was no wonder those two got along like sister. Yeah, okay, so she does have green eyes. I just wanted to be double sure on that. Because I could be wrong. Okay, I can turn my display back on. So more like if Cruella de Vil had red hair. No. No. Like slim, like what's the word? Like a slim, like luxurious body. Like what you imagine. Like almost every anime character kind of like vibes. Like, it's hard to describe in my head, but when I envision her, I do see Jessica Rabbit with like, you know, red hair and just green eyes. I've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so I really don't know if she does have any. Like what her eye color is. I don't know what her hair color. I know she wears a red dress. That's one thing I know about her. But I never took into account that Rena counts as a ginger. That was not implied as a joke. Or a reference for that matter. But they say gingers don't have souls. I don't believe that. I think God creates us all as equals. I mean, we're all just like the same thing. Flesh, blood, muscle. It's the personality that makes the person. Jessica Rabbit has green eyes. I swear to God, it is not. It's not. I'm not. I'm not over exaggerating here. I did not intend this as a reference. Like, I did not. I've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I've only seen pictures, and very briefly. Like, I just said, okay, we're just gonna give her green eyes because green resonates with red pretty well. Yay. Let me just go here, get out of here real fast. Like, let me see if I may have unintentionally. Oh my shitty aunt, if I can type. Jessica Rabbit. Red hair. Okay, she's got red hair. Sassy attitude, I know that for a fact. She's got like a very sassy attitude, like I don't give two fucks kind of attitude. Okay, I better make sure there's no inappropriate shit. Because Google Images can do that. I don't... Okay. Jessica may be heavily based off of that concept design. Like slim body, green eyes. But her nature is a lot more different than, you know, what the others are. Like, Rose is basically out to fuck with her victims. Like, she doesn't give a shit. Like she states in one of the stories, she doesn't give a shit what happens to the victim. She's just in it for what it is. Ashley is more contempt, but in breaking the rules, she gets a little bit more, I don't know. I can't say because, well, you have to buy it in order to find out. But basically, Ashley's different. Her special ability is really yet to be found out, but she went from like shy to more ravenous because she experienced, you know, something. But then there's Star. She's just the bitchy type of one. Like, she's the bitchy stereotype. Basically the one who doesn't care if she hurts your feelings. She will hurt your feelings just for fun because she doesn't give a shit. Like, is there a character in Hazbin Hotel that's like that? I'm trying to think. Bitchy. Well, Angel Dust is kind of around that area, but he's not bitchy. He's just a jerk. I mean, hell is full of the worst people possible, but I don't know. But, yeah. Ashley is like the contempt one. Rena is the one who's supposedly the quiet one, but is the entire total opposite. As Slade from Teen Titans once said, it's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones that have the most interesting stuff to tell. Just gonna put it that way. Well, I'm really glad I shaved today now. Now I don't look like a freaking hobo. But, yeah, Jessica doesn't have curly hair, but I like curly hair. I'm a sucker for brunettes and redheads. Very big sucker for them. And Rose is, long black hair, right? Yeah, she's a brunette. So I'm basing these characters a lot off of, like, the types of women that I am interested in. Brunettes, redheads. Blondes, not so much. Not really a blonde guy. Meanwhile, Alistar is more like Discord with his behavior. Yeah, he's basically Discord. Again, I really haven't been caught up with Hazbin Hotel. I have watched the Helaboss, episodes 1 and 2. One was better than the other, in my opinion. It really... And a lot of people bitch about Millie's new voice actress. People, if it's recast, it's recast. The person that originally voiced her is the same one that voices Luna. So I really don't know what happened there that caused that, but if the voice actress had to go, she had to go. So if she doesn't want to do all these, roles or doesn't have enough, funds to do it, when she's not getting paid properly, like she's still voicing Luna, so she apparently has no problem with the Vivzy, I think is her name, Vivi. She has no problem with her, but the funding could be a little bit of a problem. Sometimes the voice can be challenging, even though I don't think it would be challenging to, I can't remember her name, the one that voices Luna. Erica something. I know it's Erica. But it wouldn't be a problem for her because she's voiced higher range characters before. And Luna's very, just, I don't give a fuck kind of character. She's the one who doesn't give two fucks about anything else. All she cares about is her phone, and yeah, that's all she cares about. She's my favorite character in Hell of a Boss. because she's the funniest character and also the most, I don't know, the most interesting. I really like her concept design. But I like her character for what it is, you know. I mean, it's clear that, shit, what's his name? Moxie, Moxie, is that his name? Yeah, Moxie or something like that. The one that's the girl, the Millie's boyfriend. Invader Zim, basically. It's clear that he's just the one who's the slapstick. The one that has the small dick and gets picked on for it. He's the one who's always getting picked on and is looked at as the one who's not, you know, equal. I guess the one that you just always pick on. Like, not the comedy relief, but the one that always gets, like, picked on. Luna's clearly the favorite one because even, what's his name? Blitz. Even Blitz said it in episode, oh god, was that 1 or 2? 1. In episode 1, he even states, and that's why you're my favorite, Looney. Yeah. Yeah, I know what kind of boss Blitz is, and it's not a good boss to have. It's a horrible boss. Hell of a boss. But anyways. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to record the rest of this. I want to probably get it done by tomorrow at least. I mean, I'd rather get it done faster than, you know, slower. Just to get it done and over with, you know. And, I mean, just listening to all of the fucking plosives that I can hear, editing is going to be a bitch. But this stuff is for selling purposes, distributing, you know, out on the internet, you know. My other 2 have made onto iTunes, so there you go. So it's slowly but surely working along. I saw a comment earlier, Devil Dog, about you. Excuse me, by the way. I never realized how loud that was. But I saw you say something about, have you ever thought about reading books or something like that? And I'm working toward it. Basically, I'm getting myself a start. Like right now, I'm basically entering a new place. Like, it's kind of like when I started YouTube. I had to work myself from the ground all the way to the top. I had to build my empire. So basically, I'm having to do the same thing here. I'm going to be experimenting a lot, making different kind of shit. I'm going to be doing all sorts of different stuff. Right now, this is just kind of a little series that I'm working on. Because I want to, I did get another chapter put into A Pony's Tale A Pony's Tale Part 2. I will build your brand. The thing is, Mark, I don't really know how to do that. Be free to hit me up if you can help me. But basically, right now I am just kind of finding my thing, I guess. But I was gonna say something else. I'm trying to remember. Plus, I really don't know what my brand's called. I mean, do I really want to go under Sparrow9642 outside of YouTube? Not really, but I don't want people knowing who I am at the same time. That's the thing about fame. Once you're known, you get haters. And if haters find out who you are, they can take the advantage. Even though everybody probably knows my first name by now. I mean, my God, it's been in past videos. My parents have said in the background. Mark has said my full name before on accident. Whoop-a-doop-boo. Your brand is what you make on your channel. Well, I'm slowly working on doing that outside of YouTube. Because I don't want to be just known for pony stuff anymore. I want to be known for other things, not just Pony Grimdark. Because it's kind of annoying when you're only known for one thing. I don't want to go down like the road that Scribbler and all them are going down. I want to go down my road while I'm still young. And technically, I am still young. I'm only 26 years old. Like, I'm you know, past the halfway point to 30, but, you know, I'm still young. Lay a foundation before you construct the walls. Yep, exactly. You've got it. And right now, I'm just kind of doing this little series that's talking about these demonic women that are just basically all different. Not sure where I'm going to take it. Oh no, I might try something like music. If I can learn how to do drum tracks, I could definitely make music. Vocals, not so much. Yeah. Planning is the hard part. Yep, it is the hard part. Building your empire is the tough part. Because basically, just like YouTube, I'm still making my empire. But I have solidified an empire, basically. I have made myself known as the one who reads Pony Grimdark. I'm known for my readings. As long as you're known for something, that means you've built something. Like, I started out playing horrible guitar covers. Oh, Jesus Christ, I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it, it's just I sucked. And I left the mistakes in. God, that drives me crazy. Now I try not to do that. I try to just get it as perfect as I can get it. Like, I'm still trying to master the Fight This War Soul. There's just some parts in there that are a little tricky, but once you get it down, it's pretty easy. It's kind of like what I was saying earlier about breaking bonds. Breaking bonds, yeah, sounds hard on the surface if you don't know what you're doing, but if you get a metronome and just play at that pace that I played earlier, yeah, it's pretty simple. It's actually not that hard. It's just a series of notes. Like, that's how you gotta look at it, and you just gotta learn how to time yourself. You gotta learn how to control, how many notes you're hitting per beat. That's just the whole aspect of it. And yeah, I'm just trying to build something outside of YouTube because, like I've stated a gazillion times, YouTube is not gonna last forever. It isn't. It's not gonna last forever. So it's gonna have to, I don't know. It will have to go somewhere else eventually. And I'm glad I'm seeing people are actually taking interest in, supporting me and, trying the not safe for work stuff. It felt a little weird at first, not gonna lie, but now it's like a second nature. I just sucked at recording tonight because, well, it was night. And I don't record good during the day. I don't know why, but I don't. Or I just record better during the day. I think it's because I can see the sun and I'm more awake and my medication makes me naturally sleepy. So yeah, you don't want to record at night when you're sleepy. That's why I try to find times. I really like this mic because it helps to suppress the sound a lot. Like, in comparison to well, this old thing, yeah, it's definitely 10 times better. Like, the sound compression is so much better. It catches your voice better. Why are you tangled? Hang on, I got a wiry mess. There we go. Hang on. Time out for just a second. Okay. But yeah, it's a step up from the Blue Snowball, absolutely, because this is just a better mic. It's better at controlling, the volume and, what it catches, what it doesn't catch. That's why I recommend anybody who, starts out on XLR to start with this. This is a damn good mic. And it's probably what I'm going to stick with, honestly. I mean, but yeah. Mark, if you're still around after this stream, I'm going to close it off pretty quickly. I can talk to you, by the way. Blue Yeti. Blue Yeti is a good mic. It's a good starter mic, but it's not XLR. I'm just stating it like that. The Blue Yeti is a good mic, but it's USB. And here's basically what makes a USB mic bad. Because, okay, if you look at an XLR mic, an XLR mic is just the mic. It's just the mic. You don't have the... all a USB one has is the wire and the mic. So it doesn't go through an audio interface. That's the key factor here. USB microphones have a bigger output to them, like a nasty noise floor, in comparison to these, because, well, the drivers are there already. The preamps are already installed into the USB mic. So it's going to cause a lot of nasty stuff within, like, you know, the raw feed. That's why you need to learn how to, like, make your audio better. That's just a simple way of putting it. This one, raw. I don't like the audio on it, honestly. I don't like the audio raw. That's why I apply EQs and, you know, noise reduction and all that shit. I make my audio sound good for what it is. And that's just how it works. And alright, Mark, that's fine. But yeah, when you get into narration, you just, like, I've just learned a lot going down the road. Like, I know there's some people that use Blue Yetis that are in the recording industry, but they have good setups. Like, they have actual, you know, booths where there's no, like, you know, nasty reverberation coming off the walls and all that stuff. That's the stuff you got to avoid. Like, I still get a lot of reverb with this mic. Like, not a lot of reverb, but unless I'm really loud, you know, like, you know, talking away from the mic like this, like, you can hear the reverberation coming off the wall. But if I turn my voice, like, towards the mic, you can hear me perfectly. At least it's not a cheap mic like the ASMR ear mic I have. Oh, Jesus Christ. ASMR, I don't know what the hell was up with that shit. But the Blue Yeti is a good starter mic. I honestly wanted to start with that one first, but I tried the Blue Snowball just for a reference, just for a try, and I ended up liking it. I can still say it's a damn good microphone. Is it for, you know, what I'm doing now? Hell fucking no, it's not. It's more for streaming. Like, there's a good one. Streaming. Or if you're not doing something like, you know, for serious reasons, like, you know, like if you're just narrating and like reading stories for fun, sure, it works fine. But streaming is what the Blue Snowball is mostly used for. Same with the Blue Yeti. Reactions, stuff like that. Stuff that doesn't require the audio cleanup. Stuff that doesn't require all that you have to go through in order to get a good damn tone. That is what a Blue Yeti and a Blue Snowball is for. Commentary, basically. This, you know, XLR mics don't have the preamps installed. The preamps all go through the audio interface. In the audio interface, you can control the volume and all that stuff, the output, everything. If you have a mixer, you can do a lot more. Like, you can do a lot more. And my friend Mark can actually oblige that. Because he uses a mixer. I can actually turn that back on now. But he uses a mixer. And all a mixer really does is just gives you more things to use, I guess you could say. Like, if you don't want to use FL Studio to add in reverb for something, then you can apply it yourself. Like, if you want to give, like, a, you know, a creepy, like, you know, if it's Halloween or something like that, and you're reading creepypasta just for fun, you want that creepy effect, add in some reverb. Like, turn the reverb up just a tad, and there you go. You've got a natural sounding reverb. But yeah, that's just basically not for me. Honestly, it's not. Like, reverb is good for things like if you're doing, like, dramatic, you know, style reading. Like, I do that, but I don't like to do it, you know, on the fly. I like to do it in in post editing, which is where I always, you know, which is where I always apply the effects and all that shit. And the FL Studio in comparison to fucking Audacity, yeah, humongous jump in quality control. Because here's the thing, and my friend Rubberization put this perfectly. In Audacity, you are working with an EQ that you are setting, and it's going to be dead set. Like, it's like applying something straight to your audio, and you cannot alter it while you are editing. If you want to alter it, you have to change the tone entirely again. So what FL Studio allows you to do is it allows you to apply EQ and edit it on the go. So you can be listening, and if there's too much bass, you can lower the bass side. You can lower the mids if your voice is too snappy. That all just comes with learning and experience, honestly. Best way to put it. Because that is literally what EQ is. EQ is creating a tone. Like, taking out the nasty stuff that that's in your tone that you don't want in there to give people a decent listening experience. Like, the place where I attack the most is the mids, because the mids in my voice are high, so they're very snappy, and I don't like that. So what I have to do is I normally have to lower my mids quite a bit to get more of a audiobook sound. But I don't try to compress it too much, otherwise then it just sounds horrifying. But yeah, like here, I can actually show you what I mean. I just got to get the right file. Don't worry, I won't spoil you on anything to do with Octavia's final stuff. I'll just play the first file to show you the EQ difference that I made. Like, I made a humongous difference with the EQ. Let me see, where are you hiding? Right there. So this is the full audiobook, the full mix. And I had to go through, I basically had to go through another editing process where I had to remaster the audio. I had to fix the EQ so that they would sound a little better and a lot more equal, so that when you wouldn't, so that when it would so that when it would shift chapters, it would basically sound the same. And you'll hear a difference. It's not as snappy as it originally sounded. I can already tell the bass boost.
Octavia climbs onto the train and makes her way slowly through the car until she finds herself an empty seat.
But see, hear that compression? Hear that compression on, like, you know, the highs in my voice, like the snappiness of my voice? That's what I'll normally do to make it sound nice and clean. So taking those highs out of my voice actually takes away some of the reverb. Like, I don't do that. I don't do it just for that purpose, but I also do it to just give it a better tone. Like, I don't like the snappiness of my voice. You know, live streaming, sure, fine. It's fine. That's my natural voice. But when I'm narrating, I like to give the listeners a good voice to listen to.
Her cello in the seat next to her, next to the window, and hopes the train wasn't going to be too busy. She could have checked it, but the last time she did, it had gotten damaged.
See, and it doesn't affect the music either. That's one thing I really like about FL Studios, you know, the way it runs. Because if you adjust the EQ even, it actually makes it so that you can edit. Like, you can actually apply a different EQ, and it doesn't affect the music and all that much. It actually doesn't really even play around with it. It's really interesting. I almost could have gotten in trouble there. But, just open a new tab, why not? I can just close that. But you hear that EQ right there. Now let me go to Octavia's Final Stop Chapter 1 and play it, and you'll hear a complete difference. And when I say a difference, it's very, very obvious. Oh, hey, Luna. My favorite character. From Hell of a Boss, anyway. But I also need to change that thingy-dingy. But
The Bachelor is
ads,
back. Stream it live on ABC with YouTube TV.
Even though those are what make me money. But listen to...
Octavia climbs onto the train and makes her way slowly through the car until she finds herself an empty seat. She places her cello in the seat next.
Hear that distinct difference? There's a very distinct difference in the audio. Like, this sounds a lot more bassy. Like, that sounds a lot more with more treble in it. Like, it has a lot more treble in it than this one that has, like, a more bassy tone. Sounds a lot more clean.
She tried to get the train line to pay for the damages, but they weren't willing to do so. And a lawsuit would have been far more costly and time-consuming than she was willing.
But that's what I mean. Just those little Okay, go away, please. Just those teensy little things. Like, just applying a little bit of the treble out of my voice makes a difference in sound quality. Like, okay, the end mix didn't sound bad in my ear, like, you know, the first time around, but then I listened again. Like, okay, let me explain how the editing process was going. This is when I changed over to FL Studio. Chapter 1 of Octavia's Final Stop was all done in whatchamacallit, Audacity. So that's the main reason why the EQ was horrible. So when I got to play with FL Studio, I re-imported it and made it sound way better. But yeah, that's what you can hear. I hear a humongous difference between those two. Like the one that's posted on YouTube has much snappier sound, while that one has less of a snappy sound and more of a compressed sound. But not to the point where it sounds like I'm talking into a can. It sounds clean. And yeah, FL Studio is just a better way to go for me, honestly. But anyways, yeah, this stream's gone too long. We're going on like 3 hours. So thank you guys for joining in, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next stream, and happy horrors until then. Anything else to add before I go? Not really. Except that I think I have my ship chosen for Valentine's Day. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm going to do the story yet, but I am just going to have to make a decision sooner than later. But anyways, thank you for joining, and I will see you guys next time, and happy horrors until then. Take care.